Welcome to the RUCKUS Gear Drive installation video. The ADT and TKP installation guides are the same. We'll demonstrate with the TKP version. Use a 10mm socket to loosen the nut. After removing the tire, use a 2.5mm Allen wrench to remove the 2 screws on the belt guard. Hold the belt in gear, rotate, and pull outward to remove it. Use a 3mm Allen wrench to remove the 4 mounting screws on the motor. Once the screws are removed, you can take off the motor. Before removing the 3 screws that secure the motor bracket, be sure to heat them. It is recommended to heat to 450 degrees Celsius for 20 to 30 seconds per screw. If you still find it difficult to remove the screws, please repeat the heating process. To remove the screws for the anti-collision rod, follow the same procedure. Heat them first and then proceed with the removal. To remove the motor gear, please heat the screws in this area and use a 1.5mm hex wrench to remove the securing screws. The heating temperature should be 450 degrees Celsius, and the heating time is 1 minute. Use a puller to extract the motor gear. Use a size 4 hex wrench to remove the securing screws in this area. Continue using the size 4 wrench to loosen the screws at the front. Be careful not to remove them completely, as we will use a rubber mallet to detach the part. Please alternate tapping evenly on both sides. This will prevent the gearbox from becoming misaligned and causing the bearings and gears to jam. When there is enough gap, please slowly separate the housing using both hands. If the bearing is in this position after disassembly, please pull it out and gently place it on the main gear. Install the motor bracket for the gear drive onto the motor. Align the notch of the bracket with the motor wires, ensuring that the bracket's groove faces outward. Tighten the screws securely. Before installing the gear drive, please remove the motor bumper. After disassembly, we will start installing the gear drive. Use the star-shaped screws and a wrench to alternately tighten the 3 screws. When installing the other side of the gearbox, please alternate pressing on both sides of the casing. Please use the 4 5x20 screws from the parts box to tighten them in the positions shown in the video, using a 4mm hex wrench. Use the screws from the separate parts box to tighten the remaining holes on the front. When installing the motor, please align the notch on the motor bracket with the protruding screw on the back of the gearbox. Use a 4mm hex wrench to tighten the short screws from the parts box into this location. Click on the anti-collision bar and use the screws that were originally removed to reinstall it. We need to locate the shaft sleeve in the packaging box and install it onto the shaft. When installing the wheel, please align the raised part of the wheel with the notch on the gear drive disc. Once aligned, use screws to secure and tighten it. Repeat the previous steps for the installation on the other side of the gearbox. Take out the remote control. Press and hold the buttons on both sides of the screen to enter the settings. Press the right button to move to speed ratio. Pull the brake to set it to 4.2. Then, hold the right button to save and close the remote. This concludes the video. Thank you for watching.